Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more Dark Souls. Where last time we started the game, we sequence broke, and I left my mouse pointer on the screen a little too long. So we're going to see if we can not do that this time, but we're just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to meet some people around here today. We're going to do a little bit of exploring and hopefully make it to the first kind of big area of the day. So let's start with this guy.
You must be a new arrival.
He's not crazy.
Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yep. So that guy's actually maybe a little bit crazy, but we are sort of the first goal of the game is to actually ring both bells of awakening. Why? You don't really know just yet. You just know that you're here to progress. So pretty much my goal is to go to the Undead Church first. I could try Blight Town first. I'm sure there's some way to do that, but pretty much what it boils down to is you are in a land, and that guy, he may have looked like flesh and blood, but everybody around here is already dead. And let's just go and see. I'm going to just try and get a few items here that are laying around. Fire bombs are pretty useful. Could use them on the first boss if I really wanted to. Fire bombs, you can actually get some sweet, sweet fire bombs as a gift here. So we can do some gestures, but here's another guy. He's not going to want to say a lot to me.
There. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
So there we go. He doesn't have a lot to say. You can talk to him again. I don't have a high enough faith for him to do a lot with me.
I realize that I have requested that, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill.
Sorry about that.
Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Now you can see, so I get a copper coin that doesn't do a lot for me. Let's actually look at our inventory here. Copper coin, copper coin. I'm actually not sure what the copper coin is or where it goes. So yeah, we'll figure that out later. Copper coin. Copper coin, the old man McLoif. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value of lordom, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these things around. So he gave me a token of something that's useless. And I guess that's fun in a way, because we're just going to break some jars here just because we can. I mean, you get a little bit of flavor text with the item description, so it does open up the world a little bit, but because I don't have a faith of 12, he's not going to have a lot to say to me. Now, that guy does teach some spells, which will be very useful later on, but what we're going to do here first is just try and clear some items. Soul of the Lost Undead. Not too much to do here. We have another area where we can drop down momentarily and possibly kill us. I don't think that's going to have anything in it. So yeah, this is an important place for later, but we can't look up right now. This is going to be a shortcut eventually, but right now we just have some chests that we can open up, which is always nice. And it's relatively safe here. I have 0 souls, so we get a talisman, which is good for, which is what you need to actually cast faith-based spells, so don't have to worry about buying that from him. A cracked red-eye orb ×4. I believe that lets us invade other worlds. I kind of suck at PvP in this game, especially with the PC version that has some hacking problems. So we'll see if I get hacked. I've heard of some pretty nasty hacks here, and there's not too much you can do about it. But I have 0 souls, so if there's ever a time to kind of explore around here, it's here. Let's look at Lloyd's Talisman, because I'm just trying to remember what that is. Lloyd's Talisman, there we go. Prevents Estus recovery within a limited area, so another little PvP item right there. But you see those little bones that are hanging around on the ground there? We are actually going to be awakening the dead momentarily. Now if I go down here, that's a dead end. There are some nice items to pick up here, as I took just a little bit of damage. Round shield's good. Now I could possibly really try and sequence break and go take on a boss that's kind of nearby, but right now I'm probably just going to eat it because I think I did do this circuit incorrectly. Because there's one item I want to get, and I think it's right here. Zweihander, there we go. Which I'm sure I pronounced it wrong. I don't speak German at all. Winged Spear, also good. We're gonna die though, as we're also poisoned as well. But I think we got all the items that we need from here. So blood loss, you died. So when they call it Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, that's what it is. Though why didn't I try and fight those skeletons? It's because I can't really kill them. But we did get a few new items. Anything that we're going to equip at this point. Let's see here. We're still going to be going with the Battle Axe right now. The Zweihander is nice. I do not have the strength requirements to use it though. You need 24 strength and 10 dexterity. I have neither, so I'd have a pretty big penalty for using it. Don't know why I backed out there. Actually, I could just be going to the change equipment screen. Cestus or Cadicus round shield. I don't think that's as good as it does. Less physical resistance, or it has better magic and lightning reduction though. So useful for whoa, didn't want to do that. Useful for later. We are going to be keeping the spider shield for now though. Dragon Crest shield is good too with some fire resistance and poise, but I think we got pretty decent assortment of items. We just got maybe one or two more pickups back over here. And then we're going to work our way to the parish. Yeah, there should be one or two more items. Here's a pool. There's a chest that's already open. And I'm just going to break these pots as a course of habit. Now, if you look up, yeah, you may recognize that bird. Now, it's possible to kill that bird, but you don't want to kill that bird. Because as much as it kind of plucked you away from the Undead Asylum, it is your friend, and it is your one-way ticket back. So you do want to go back there eventually, because there's some great pickups that you can get, some good souls farming opportunities. Right now we get some items, and all those Lost Souls items will do, they'll give you extra souls. But we're not going to use those yet because we just want to make it through the early combat area and make sure that we can make it to the parish without much problems. So we're going to see our first early combat here. You always want to have your shield up, as this guy's not going to try and attack me. I want to bait him. I didn't want to get that other guy to try and get me a little bit, so just try and get you guys to do your thing. Oh, bad timing. Now, if I can kill enough of these guys, I may be able to increase my humanity just a little bit as I walked into the fire like a moron. Twice. Now, that's why you keep your shield up, kiddos. Because if we don't do this, he's going to just keep firing stuff on us. Alright, so let him attack again. Oh. So yeah, kind of failing at combat right now, but that's okay. Now, like I said, one thing I really like about the bandit is that he just hits hard. And we're just going to gun straight for you, even though there's another guy that's going to be going right here. Wrong button entirely. So I'm feeling a little surrounded here. So there's one guy off the cliff. Could possibly hit both these guys off the cliff, but this is where you want your Estus Flask +1, because it'll heal you completely. So there's some other items I can get just from top to bottom. 320 souls is not a ton to write home about, so... Oh, you didn't die. Oh, you did throw some fire at me, though, so... Interesting. Well, you're dead now. So, what we're going to do first is see if we can walk off the ledge here. Occasionally, you will actually see... I don't remember exactly how to jump this ledge. Maybe this isn't the ledge I want to jump. There is a ring over there, but it's not super useful. I can just remember how to jump. Probably, nope. Nope. Oh well. We'll get to that later. I'll look it up later. That ring's not really high priority and we'll be back by here. I mean, it's better than having no ring at all. But I'm not really going to be in too much danger to the point where it does me a ton of good. However, this will do me some good. Soul of the Lost Undead. We will be leveling up here in a little bit. once we get to the next fire. But first, sewer rat. The other thing I really like about the battle axe is that it gives you a good, strong vertical attack. I don't know. Once again, I'm using my Monster Hunter button, so I'm used to hitting X or where the X button is located to put up my weapon every time so that I run. So I gotta get in a better habit. I'm just doing these things. But here we go, sealed door. Can we open it? I have the master key, but it does not open from this side, so isn't that funny? We don't really want to go down that way. There is a merchant that sells some useful stuff there, but otherwise we are in kind of our first sort of main area of the game, which is the Undead Burg. It says, good luck, thanks buddy. That's a very friendly message. So, Undead Burg time. As I'm exposing myself to too many hits because I keep thinking I'm doing back attacks when I'm not. We'll just attack you from behind anyway. Now I have a few options here for where to go in the Undead Burg early. I can try and drop down to there, or I can go around, but right now let's go ahead and take care of this guy while he's trying to throw some stuff at us. And maybe this is where I should have the dragon shield equipped, because it actually does. There we go. My dogs are apparently bored and snoring really loudly. There we go. Just one quick swipe there. Wow, Annie, you are really loud. Alright. And of course my mic's going to pick that up way better than probably me talking. But yeah, you do want to destroy some of these things just because, first off, destroying things are fun to satisfying to roll around, but sometimes you'll actually also get some items. Those stairs are broken, but there's some stuff that you can maybe see glowing up there. We'll get to that later. Now, I'm not going to go through this fog wall just yet. We're actually going to drop down to try and clear the rest of this area first. So, the Lost Undead. Once again, 640 souls. Not too much to worry about to recover. Let's flask just because we have it. Now, you're going to see here real quick, it's going to be really easy for me to corner myself here. As I just cornered myself. Oh, hey, buddy. That's what I was talking about. Because we're going to have little guys like this, just nice ragdoll there, but you can see them actually hanging off the wall in some places. And these guys are very aggressive, but very weak. So they're very easy to kill. But you got to watch out for them because they can overwhelm you. You see a bunch there on the bridge. And if I had a pyromancy flame, maybe I could hit them. Probably not. But this is why you want to go out with your shield up all the time when you can. So we're just going to bait you guys to climb. I said we're going to bait you guys to climb. Or we'll just kill you right now. I'm probably about to get attacked from behind. Yep. There we go. Now if you can run out of stamina while blocking, so you don't want that. So if you hide behind your shield, eventually it's not going to work. Rubbish. Why is there not more rubbish in this game? It seems like in the world of Undead, there's going to be a lot of things that aren't particularly useful. But yeah, climb up. There's another side area there. We'll get there later. For now, though, just dash. One happy little fire floating on this dead person's head as we somehow get more humanity. Now, humanity is nice in that it will heal you for a lot right away if you need kind of an emergency heal. Wow, I actually fell on you. Don't know really where you came from, but you're dead now, so. There we go, nice wish of luck message. But yeah, humanity is very good. It does do an instant heal. I don't really use it nearly enough, but having actual humanity is also very important. That number 00, you actually need more of it to eventually do things like kindle bonfires, which will let you get more flasks per bonfire. And that is a very important thing in this game. Also, to let you summon for assistance is eventually. I think these are the stairs I want to go down. And try sniper spot. That's not up here. That's kind of the way to go to the next building, but we're going to have to go a different direction. So, ready for something fun? There we go. Hi, dragon. That is a dragon that's going to be chilling out on that bridge. So remember when they said in the opening video that the dragons are supposedly gone? Guess what? They're not gone. No, why do dragons have to be evil? I don't know. Comfort. That's nice. So we're just going to bait these guys back one by one. And we'll see what we can get. Said, I can one-shot these guys. That is very useful for early, because I know plenty of people kind of go for one of the first early really powerful weapons, which is known as the Drake Sword. And I can show you all how to get it, but I'm not going to be going for it here because, quite frankly, I don't really need it. What I do need to do is to not be an idiot like that. Because the Drake Sword is really good early, but it doesn't scale with stats at all. So that is an inherent weakness right there. So open this door. We got some fun stuff behind it. At least one thing, wooden shield. Makes me think of like Zelda, where my wooden shield's just on fire and I die. So let's go ahead and take you out. Now we're not going to be starting up here quite yet, because there is a lot of places to go. We do want to go up under there eventually. And you do see this bridge and everything, and that castle. And that castle. One thing that's really nice about this game is that if you can see it, generally you can explore it. Now there's a bonfire there. We will want to go to that bonfire, but not just yet, because we have more places to explore. First, we have 2 people to try and kill. Now this is where, hey, if I had a pyromancy flame, maybe I could have some more fun with them, set them on fire. This is a fight that I'm making a little harder for myself, taking them on both at the same time. So we'll see what we can do there. Because right now, they just put up their shields. Come on, attack me. Somebody attack me. Okay, we're not going to worry about you yet. Because these guys are very defensive. Okay, apparently I can't do back attacks to save my life. So I'm just... looks like I am going to be... There we go. Now, the other nice thing about the back attack animation, other than the blood, is that A, you get bonus souls for pulling it off, usually about like 20%, I think. But more importantly is that you can't actually be hurt while doing that animation, at least not by physical attacks. So it's very useful to learn how to do that right away. Very useful to learn it. Yippity scoopity day. So we're going to explore down here first, because we get one of our first important lessons in Dark Souls. I hope we do see it here. Actually, the first one is expect everything to bust out of the walls like this. That I actually kind of screamed the first time I played this game, and that guy came through, but he also jumped a little more aggressively than that, so... See, we'll go ahead and break your stuff for you. Now, one of the first important lessons in Dark Souls. You see a guy sitting there. I really hope we have a troll message here. Be wary of attacking. Okay, so we actually have helpful people here today. Sometimes you'll see messages that are like, try attacking and stuff. Don't attack this guy.
Well, you seem to have your wits about you.
Because he's a merchant.
Welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Well, that's nice. But of course, if you kill him, you won't be able to buy from him. And what do we get? Repair powder. Don't really need that at this stage of the game. Lloyd's Talisman. Orange Giant Soapstone. We're going to go ahead and buy that just so that we can have fun with it. You only need to buy one. Residence Keys opens all the residents in the Undead Burg. Is going to be useful later. Not so much yet, but you will need to pick that up eventually. We're not really in a residential area right now. Weapons. I'm very happy with my weapons, so we're not going to do that. However, the one exception is I do need to pick up a short bow. And let's see here. We have some armor as well. I'm happy with the bandit's armor right now. It's fast, but let's see here. We get the short bow and we get some wooden arrows. Let's just go ahead and purchase. I'm just going to clean out my souls. Let's do that. We'll work on leveling up here just a little bit later. So 83 arrows, that actually might be too much. Let's buy 50 arrows. That'll be enough.
Thank you kindly.
Now, ranged attacks, always very important. Let's go ahead and use that as our backup weapon here. Because it's good for clearing out things. This weapon effectively... Oh, unable to wield it effectively with present stats. I probably actually need some more dexterity, don't I? How much more? 12 dexterity. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. If I really want to use a bow, I'll have to up my dex. And right now, I'm not really in a place where I can level up because I spent all my money on a bow. Yay! Lack of foresight and planning. But that's okay. So we're going to go to the bonfire. You're going to see that I'm not going to get all of my Estus flasks back because this one, because it's not kindled, only does 5. But this is where we save. Hooray! And what we're going to do now is just try and progress a little bit. Maybe level up just a little bit. Because the first boss, I could try and take him on right now as we get just a little bit of random slowdown. This room slows down for me quite a bit, and I'm not sure why. I do pretty well recording, though. But, oh, another fun fact. Bonfires reset enemies every time. So not only do we get a little bit of slowdown, we get enemies starting to attack us. And while I could be a pro and kick this guy down, we're just going to actually straight up kill him and hope we don't get arrowed too badly. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we've kind of explored... Oh, we didn't actually finish exploring the bottom of this area. That's a waste. So we'll do that first. That's right, that's what I wanted to do here. And I'm probably going to grind for just a few souls. See what we can do about leveling. There we go. Like I said, you want to get those back kills anytime you can, at least just to get some bonus stuff. So can we get these guys one at a time? There we go. They're like the Foot Clan. They just come up super, super slowly. But yeah, come on, buddy. Come on. Back over here. If it were later in the game, maybe I could do this a little bit faster. But if I don't take these guys out now, they will just chase me the rest of the way. So no, come on. I actually can't get behind you in the stairwell, so... Now, spears are a nice defensive weapon in that you can generally attack while blocking with them, but... Okay. There we go. That's one way to do it. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. So go ahead and stab me. Come on. Leaving you wide open. There we go. So we're going to get a little more souls here. Our enemies did reset, so we're going to have the same guy down here. Hey, buddy. Of course, somehow the furniture didn't reset. He has a battle axe, too, so we can be axe buddies. But 2 of those vertical attacks actually take out my entire stamina. This is the area I forgot to go down, and this is an area that terrified me a little bit once upon a time in this game. There's 4 people, and they're going to be running at me all pretty quickly. However, they are weak, but they can overwhelm you. At least I one-shot them. So I should be able to just walk up slowly, one at a time. Then I'm probably going to get a set of 2 here. But it's nice to have some fond memories. Even despite all of the crap that I've had to deal with Games for Windows Live, at least Dark Souls, the game, plays very well. And with the DS Fix mod, it does look very nice. And for those of you who are wondering, Dark Souls 2 up. Yeah, we will be going up here. Dark Souls 2 is going to be released for the PC alongside it, and they're promised they're not going to be doing a super shitty port of it. So there's some doors. Those are some residences that I can't get into yet. The Undead Burg is a much bigger area than you get credit for early on. But there's a bridge that may look familiar to you because we have been here before. And we do get a throwing knife, which is pretty useful. But the more important part of this is that now we can go into the upper echelon of this house. If I don't screw up the jump, chances are I'm going to screw up the jump. Especially since I don't remember how to jump. If it's an auto... Whoa. If it's a... Okay. If it's an auto jump or what? Yeah. So I screwed it up, but I did Super Mario Brothers you and land on them. So there's not super important items there. But we are going to make 3 a crowd now. Okay, so right away, getting beaten down. Just gonna have to take this nice and slow and easy. So we'll get some extra souls for this, which is good. Yay, look at that nice fancy blood splatter. So yeah, I'll have to look up. I apologize. I feel like I should know how to jump from buildings and do that, because there's a few places where I want to do that. And the completionist in me says, please, for the love of Jeebus, just do it. Now, I do have 1 humanity right now as well. And I believe I have to be human to actually kindle this bonfire. But humanity is a very important stat. just like I was saying before, because it lets you kindle bonfires, it lets you do all kinds of things here. So let's start by reverse hollowing. And actually what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to make ourselves look a little better. My humanity is restored. Of course that means I can be invaded now. And kindle, no humanity. So how do I get humanity? By using a humanity, actually, if I can actually push the button correctly. There we go. So crack. Maybe a little bit of a waste because that is a good healing item. But what we're going to do as well actually is go ahead and level up a little bit. So we have the Soul of a Proud Knight, which gives us a lot of souls. I will wait on that because I don't really need to use it. We're going to use the Soul of the Lost Undead. Just use these little ones. They're not going to do a lot for me sitting around. Some of these souls will be very useful for crafting, especially ones that drop from bosses. But for now, we are just going to go ahead and try and get some levels. And I may go ahead and call this an episode, maybe make it a little bit quicker here. Yeah, we're just going to stop this for now. I do not believe I have any other soul things that I can use at this point. Soul of the Lost Undead, okay. So used to acquire 2 souls, used to acquire souls, has no value. Alright, so we'll just actually go ahead and equip that. And we're just going to do some quick levels, just to show you what that system looks like again. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. Yeah, game's still fun. That's good. You have to work. You have to really work sometimes to get the game to actually run, but I'm going to offer my humanity to kindle the flame. Now what I could have done is just killed a bunch of monsters in a row and gotten enough of that, but now I get 10 Estus Flask for here. And this is a good bonfire to do it because you do come back here later, but let's level up. Now I do have my strength about where I want it to be. I could up my dex a few times just to have the bow available to me, which will be useful later, not so much now, just for pulling enemies. But for now, what I think I really want here is some endurance. Endurance is a very, very important stat, because it lets you have more equipment, it lets you have more stamina, and you can see I'm going to be using quite a bit of my stamina bar with this build. So we do want endurance, we do want vitality, and right away I still need 618 souls. Maybe I shouldn't have bought the bow, but we did, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so this is Way to Fail with another episode of Dark Souls. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're going to keep going next time, where we will continue through the Undead Burg and see if maybe we can take out some big nasties. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you next time.